Tara Lytle, one of the senior leaders of this Lakeview volleyball team that we know is going to be so good. And Tara, thank you so much for taking the time to join us today.
You're welcome. Thank you for having me.
I mean, Tara, let's talk about going into this season and the excitement you have from this season. Let's talk about how last season ended, where you think you were last season too as a player, and what are some goals you had coming into this year.
Last season, I will say it was not the ending that we all hoped for. Losing to Gerard definitely gave us, we were all kind of just upset about it. I feel like we went into our tournament games not as hopeful anymore because we didn't win the conference. I feel like that just kind of put a hole in our whole team. And then this year, I think we're a lot more prepared. I feel like we're having a good amount of fun and we have a lot of energy from now on. And I think that we're ready to go for this year.
What did your off season look like? I know you had a busy off season getting ready. What kind of things did you kind of look at yourself and say, I want to grow in before this high school season starts in your off season?
In our off season, I played club, so I was always busy playing volleyball at some point. My club team went to Florida, so I got the opportunity to play with a bunch of big volleyball players. And in our off season for Lakeview, we did a bunch of summer days. We did workouts and stuff like that to help prepare us for games, and so that when the season comes, when August 1st came, we could just focus on our volleyball skills and just to get ready for everything in the season.
I mean, a 530 hit percentage is something serious too. Not too many hit percentages get up into the 500. So how proud are you of having something like that too, and how much work goes into you being able to not only hit the volleyball consistently with high velocity, but being able to place it so well within the court?
It's taken a lot of years, especially coming into my freshman year. I was very timid to be on a varsity volleyball court, but I also think it helped me a lot because I was able to get a big experience from the start, so that all of the upperclassmen, they brought me through it, they taught me through it, and all of my coaches, they just always believed in me, and just to keep playing throughout the off season, being able to hit the ball, I definitely was very proud of myself when I saw that my hitting percentage was that well. And I just think it comes with confidence in myself and just keep hitting the ball. Even if I make a mistake, just pick myself right back up and get on the floor again.
This is a Lakeview team that for the first time since the 88 became a thing, they're going into the season as chasers and not defending champions. Have you sensed any kind of mindset change this offseason in the Lakeview program? Maybe they're hungrier, maybe they're a little bit even more dedicated because they are chasing the championship instead of trying to defend it?
Yeah, we're definitely more, I think we prepared more for this season because of that. We weren't our NE8 champs anymore. So I feel like that's our mindset for this year, to win the conference and go far in finals and stuff like that. I think this year could be a very big year for us, and I feel like, especially being my senior season, I feel like all of the seniors, we all want to have a really good season, to go out on a big note and not just be upset about how the season went. So I think we're all a little bit more prepared and excited for the season this year.
What did you do, or what do you feel like you can do as a teammate to help the team achieve those goals? I mean, you're already a great player, but I know great players are always hungry to get greater and get even more great. So what are some things you wanted to work on and improve on yourself to help the team with?
I've wanted to improve, not just my hitting, in general. I go back to serve, and I'm not a defensive player, so when I'm on the court, I just want to bring the energy up. I want to make sure that everyone is having fun. No one's down on themselves. I try to pick up everyone, even if they make a mistake, especially the younger kids that come in and play for us, take spots for us, the sophomores. I try to just make sure that everyone feels welcome, because I know when I was a freshman and sophomore, I was a little timid on the court. So I just wanted to make sure everyone is welcome on the court and everyone's having a good time.
This is a senior class that has been playing together for a long time in Lakeview. And how strong is the dynamic with you guys, and how much do you treasure being able to play with your fellow seniors?
We definitely have we had a lot more seniors when we came into the volleyball, but the people that have stuck with it, I think that we all connect very well. No matter what, we know how each other play. If someone is down, we know how to pick them back up because we've been playing with them for so long. And especially like our setter, like she knows how us seniors like to hit the ball. She knows like what we like in a set. I think it all just works a lot better because we've been playing together for so long. And I feel like all of us seniors were just excited for our senior season. So we're trying to make the best of it.
And looking at it too, I mean, I know you guys are hungry for Girard, but I mean, this is still a very tough conference overall. Talk about the schedule that you guys have, and I know it's going to be starting really soon. So call out the Lakeview community and let them know. I know you need that seventh man on the court at all times as well.
Yeah, our schedule definitely isn't easy, but I think if we keep our hearts and our minds to it, we definitely could beat every single person that we do play. But we can't go into the season having that mindset because that's what I feel like that's what we did last year. And then when we went and played Girard, we just kind of fell apart and our whole like everything around us, they were just like then they went into taking it over on us and like saying how they beat us. And so I feel like this year we're a lot more prepared to go into beating Girard and everyone else in our conference because we're trying to set up for like our tournament play so that we can go far in the tournament.
Fair warning to anyone that has to go to Lakeview to play that gym. It gets hot very quickly. You guys get to condition it in the summer. What kind of advantage is it for you guys to work so hard in that hot gym and be able to just kind of push yourselves and be able to be very resilient? I guess you're not tired in the fifth set because you're practicing that.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely hard. It takes a lot to get used to, especially new people that like come into our gym and are just like, yeah, it's terrible, especially in the summer, like with the humidity. We practice in the morning, so it's not even that hot yet, and we all leave the gym dripping in sweat. So I feel like it gives us a little bit of an advantage because when we are home, we're used to it, so we're not as dead, I feel like, in the fifth set. So we're like kind of I would say we definitely have a home court advantage, especially because a lot of the other schools do have air. But yeah, it's definitely a fight to get through it.
How nice is it to step into an air conditioned gym when you go on the road?
It's very nice. It's very different, and I feel like we definitely are not as tired like when we leave the gym because we have air conditioner and we're not dripping sweat all down us.
Does it ever get like super cold in other teams' gyms? Like they're sitting there like I should have brought a hoodie.
Definitely, like when I'm sitting in the JV, watching the JV game. Definitely, it's definitely a shock to us when we're just sitting there, but it's just really nice.
And I want to get to know you a little bit off the court for all the Lakeview volleyball fans that want to get to know Tara before she graduates and leaves the program. Let's hit you with some rapid fire questions. I'm going to start off with what is your favorite season of the year? Winter, spring, fall, or summer?
I would say that I like fall the most because I think it's just pretty outside and it's like the perfect temperature. And I like wearing like hoodies and stuff, but I don't like to be like freezing.
If you could excel in any sport outside of volleyball, what sport would you want to throw your hat into?
I think since I'm tall that I could get into basketball, but I don't know if I would want to, but I feel like I definitely could if I wanted to.
Did you ever ponder basketball while you were growing up or while you were going through high school? Did the coach ever reach out to you and be like, Tara, we need you?
Yeah, the basketball coach was one of my teachers, so he definitely tried to get me to play, and he still tried to get me to play for this year, but I won't do it.
When you graduate, what are going to be some of your favorite memories inside the Lakeview school system, whether it's volleyball or outside of volleyball inside the school?
I think definitely my relationship with all of like my teachers that I've had. I feel like everyone in the classroom and out of the classroom, like everyone says hi. They're all welcoming, especially like in the classroom when maybe we finished our work. Like I could have a conversation with them, and I'm definitely gonna miss volleyball and everything that came with that. The friends, the people that are younger than me. I'm definitely gonna miss everyone like that too.
We know because the club volleyball is a real tight-knit community. Who is your best friend in volleyball that doesn't wear a Lakeview uniform?
Even though we're rivals, I would definitely say Lauren Plone.
Okay. How good does it feel to go up like just to be able to compete against her? You've been competing against her since you guys were freshmen. I mean, you go up, you've both had wins against each other. What's it feel like to really test yourself against Lauren?
I really enjoy it. Freshman year, I definitely think it was kind of like scary because I was like, oh, I played club with her. Like, I don't know how to react. Like, I don't know. Do I say hi to her? Do I not? But now I feel like it's just like, yeah, we talked before the game. We always talk to each other. And then when we're in the game, no matter if she beats on us, we'll definitely like look at each other and be like, good job. I just feel like it's very fun to play against each other and fun to beat them, even though we didn't last year. But it's still like just a fun environment to play them.
Do you ever give your team some inside information like, hey, I know this about Lauren because I play with her? Is that kind of one of the things that happens?
Oh, yeah, of course.
When you were little, what was your dream job?
I would say when I was little, both my sisters played volleyball. Did you say dream job?
Uh,
Both what?
I'm sorry, you were cutting out, so I didn't know if you were done or not.
No, I didn't hear you.
Oh, okay. What were some childhood fears that you had? What were some fears that you had when you were growing up?
Um, I'm like scared of a lot of things even now. I'm pretty scared of like the dark, especially like in outside still. But when I was a little kid, I was definitely afraid. Like I would always look around everything. I hate bugs.
What if you could have any animal as a pet, what would you want?
That's a hard one. The koalas are really cute, but they're also really mean. So I don't think I could ever have one of those. So I honestly don't know if I would ever have like an exotic animal in my house because I feel like I'd be afraid of them. So I
It's
think I
pretty,
would have a dog or a cat.
so if we found a super nice koala though, that would be gold star, right?
Yeah, I think they're really cute and like, yeah, I could definitely see myself having one.
What is one thing that you spend a lot of money on that you know you probably shouldn't?
Food.
What's the food place that you spend the most money at?
Chipotle. I am very obsessed with Chipotle at the moment. Chipotle and Starbucks definitely break my bank account.
What's a go-to order at Chipotle?
I get a burrito with white rice, chicken, sour cream, lettuce, and cheese.
Please tell me Chipotle is not a pregame meal.
Has it been? Yeah. Should it be? No.
What's your favorite, like if the favorite pregame meal to have though, like the one that your go-to?
If I'm going like to somewhere, I would definitely say like Subway because I feel like Subway is like it's easy, but it's filling, and it's not like I couldn't get on the court and I couldn't jump. I feel like it's a good meal.
Who's the best cook in your house, and what's their best dish?
Oh boy. So my sister likes to cook, my middle sister. I would definitely say both of my sisters are pretty good cooks, but I would say she's cooked for me more. So I would say my middle sister, and she cooks like hibachi, and that was pretty good. I would say that's definitely the best.
Are you a good cook?
No.
No. You cook cereal. That's it.
I do cook butter noodles. I'm really good at that.
That's a dime right there. Um, if you were given a time machine, would you want to go into the past or the future?
I would definitely say the future.
How far would you want to go, and what kind of things would you want to see in the future?
I definitely, since I was a little kid, have dreamed of like having like a family. So I definitely say like fast forward to when I have like a family, a good job, but like not too far to where like people are gone out of my life. So I would definitely say in the future a little bit to where I have like a family and kids and a good job.
we talked about your dream job when you were little. What about like now that you're developed and you kind of understand what you kind of want to do? So now, when you go in the future, what job do you think that you would see yourself in?
Um, I have always dreamed about being like a volleyball coach on the side. I would love to do that. But I definitely think my dream job would be going into the medical field. I'm looking into going into like x-ray tech and things like that and like building my way up from that. So I definitely would say that's probably my dream right now.
Last question before we let you go. I want to know what is your favorite away gym to play in?
My favorite away gym. I'd say I like Hubbard. Hubbard is very big and like air conditioned, and I feel like there's always a decent amount of people there. I would definitely say Hubbard.
It's the only gym where you got the student section right behind you when you're serving. Is that a cool atmosphere?
No, I don't really like it.
Tara, thank you so much for taking the time to join us today. Senior year, we've talked to you a couple of years now, and we love covering you. We'll continue to cover you throughout your senior season. We look forward to it. Good luck all year, and once again, thank you for your time.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.